they did not talk about Xbox TV like at all. Basically, it was like, oh, remember that thing where we were going to try and make our own TV shows and everything? That's sort of still going, but don't worry about that. Play this game that we're going to show you. And, you know, they got really smart about how they were, I mean, they got Insomniac Games, which was a company that primarily only worked with Sony for years. They made all the Ratchet and Clank games and all of the Resistance games. And then last year they made Fuse, which was a multi-platform game. But then this year, Microsoft managed to entice them enough to make Sunset Overdrive only for them. Whereas PlayStation sniped Supergiant Games with who they made Bastion, and they got PlayStation got Transistor instead of Xbox getting Transistor.
Yeah.
So there's a few swaps that are going on right now.
They're all moving around.
Everything's moving around because it's still early. I mean, we're not even
the first
full
year.
Yeah, not a full year. But it's interesting to see how many things are changing, like swapping sides. PlayStation is now outselling Xbox, whereas last generation Xbox was outselling PlayStation for a very long time, and now it's kind of leveled out. I mean, you're also seeing games that are only being made for, like, the way Assassin's Creed is going this year, where there's an Assassin's Creed on next gen, and there's an Assassin's Creed on, this gen, current gen, and there's an Assassin's Creed on last gen. And they're completely separate games. So they're going to make a fortune because people are going to probably buy both.
Yeah.
$120 per person. That's crazy.
It's a lot of money.
Ubisoft knows what they're doing. It's an exciting time to be a gamer in terms of playing games. I'm not going to touch on Gamergate and all that other stuff because that's scary stuff. We may talk about this some other time. But just right now, between Sony and PlayStation, if I were to ask you right now, because Kevin, you don't own either of the current gen consoles.
Right, I've been waiting for the one to do the price drop that it just did recently.
So you're planning on getting an Xbox One, right?
Probably this fall.
And the driving force behind that is exclusivity of the games, right?
Right.
Is that it? That's it.
Because there was one game on the... Was it on the original Xbox? Yes, because we needed backwards compatibility on the 360 for it.
Oh,
it's that long ago that it's been around. Phantom Dust, that was on the original Xbox, and it's coming back to the Xbox One. And that,
Two generations later.
And then, all the Halo games.
Right.
And I can get Destiny on the Xbox One.
Yes.
So I know that the games I want are going to be on the console that I already have a profile on, basically.
Right. And so that's like an important thing for people who are going out to decide what console you're going to get. Are you going to get the one that is like, all my friends are on this one, all the games I want are on this one, or is it suddenly looking to like somebody else like, oh, well, the PS4 is the same power, right? If you weren't looking at the specs, because you don't really have to between these two. The specs are pretty identical. If you're just looking at games, it really depends on what type of gamer you think you are.
Right.
So you know already that you're Halo. I want Halo. All my friends are on Xbox. This is the perfect place for me to go. I know a few people who have been Xbox players who have been considering getting the PlayStation 4 because, yeah, they had friends over there, but there's new games that are coming out that look enticing on PlayStation. They might be tired of the Xbox exclusives. And Sony right now is struggling with getting exclusives for the PS4, which is kind of unfortunate. Because if you look at the landscape towards the end of this year, I think there's Drive Club. It's like the only PS4.
I haven't even heard of it.
Right. I think it's the only PS4 exclusive coming out this fall.
They only have one for the fall.
The only AAA exclusive, yes.
Right.
There's a lot of indie games that are coming out that are coming only to PlayStation or PlayStation First this fall. But right now, Drive Club is the only AAA title that comes to mind that's only coming to PlayStation 4. Otherwise, everything's coming to both. And then there's Halo, which is only coming to Xbox One. And I'm trying to think of what other Xbox One... Oh, Sunset Overdrive is another exclusive. But like right now, the exclusives on both sides... Xbox is kind of winning that. They have Titanfall. They have Halo Master Chief Collection. Yeah. I mean, Titanfall's kind of dwindled off a bit. I mean, no one really talks about it anymore. It's fun. Yeah. It's just that the passion, the hype died down much faster than I think Microsoft or even Respawn was anticipating.
Yeah.
I love that game, though.
It's pretty fast.
It's fun. It's very enjoyable. But Now you got Destiny. If you want a first-person shooter, you can run around in Destiny and hang
There's
out with
enough
friends.
coming out in the future.
Yeah, there's nothing to be worried about. Once again, we're still in the first year. The rule is second year is when things really pick up because the companies have figured out how to make the games the best way that they can, and well, at least for that time, and you start seeing better, more common exclusives. So next year, 2015, like PlayStation at least has like 4 exclusives that we know about. One being Uncharted 4, which is that's the system seller for PlayStation.
Right.
That's when everyone, if people are waiting to buy a PlayStation 4 next fall, next holiday season, I mean, I'm sure that's going to be a giant boost in their sales right then. If there's not a price drop, which would be crazy if there's a price drop. That's when there's $400 down to below that.
I don't think that they'll go that low.
No, but there will definitely be an Uncharted 4 bundle.
Oh yeah,
because I bought the Uncharted 3 PlayStation 3 bundle, and I already had a PlayStation 3. So
you're terrible with that.
I'm terrible. I have bought multiple versions of pretty much every console. I haven't bought another Xbox One yet, considering it's still less than a year. But if they make a pretty enough console, I might think about it. I'm very bad at this. I bought 2 Xbox 360s. One of them is the Halo Reach one. I almost bought the Halo 4 one. PlayStation, Sony on the other hand, they don't change the look of their consoles. Like, there's no like faceplates or anything that they're doing like PlayStation is, like Xbox is doing. So they don't have really like cool looking outer shells on their consoles.
That was a bit of a fad at the beginning of the
faceplates,
360 era.
faceplates, that was terrible. I hated the faceplates.
I have a Halo one.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
It just seemed like it was such a bad design to be like, oh, okay, there's this thing on the front, and you have to like snap it off, and then
you need to like pull on one end, and it comes off.
Yeah, no, there should be like a button to like make it fall off, but not like, okay, I got this.
But you're asking for sense in the 360's console design, which didn't exactly happen at the very
what
beginning.
was that weird like? It has like a weird
hourglass shape.
It's called 360. Why isn't it round? Like, it should be circular or something. Their naming conventions. PlayStation's easy. Just throw a number on the end of it. Nintendo, they're going a little weird.
They're even weirder.
They're going weird. And then, I mean, Microsoft, I don't know what happened. They were like, oh, this is the Xbox. I mean, I understand it. So, like, the 360 means it's all around. It's all around. Was it all around? Yeah, sort of. And then now the Xbox One was meant to be all in one.
Yeah.
And now it's not. But if I had a cable box, I would totally watch TV through that thing.
Yeah, I've never actually seen someone try it out, like to watch cable. Because I've always seen it like blocked with, what is your cable service provider, stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't pay for the cable box. I have free cable. So if I did, though, I would hook that up and I'd be like, Xbox, go to Fox, or Xbox, go to whatever channel I wanted to watch, DVR or whatever. That'd be cool. Like, that's one of the features that I liked about it. It's also a feature that I'll never probably ever use until I move somewhere else.
Right.
Which is unfortunate.
It's so location specific that can only work.
And I can honestly say that for the first, so they both came out last November, like a week apart. And for the first like month after that, I barely turned on my Xbox One. I didn't buy a game for it when it came out either, which was, I mean, the launch games didn't really entice me that much, whereas on my PlayStation I bought a game. I don't remember
what it is?
I don't remember what it's called. This is very bad. It's a Killzone Shadowfall. Yes, that sounds right. And it was a beautiful looking game. That's why I bought it, because it looked pretty, and it at least showed off what the PlayStation can do, and it was fun. I have not gone back to it since then, except to show people how beautiful it is. Like, look at what the PlayStation can do.
Let's turn it off now.
Let's turn it off now. I run around shooting things and stuff, but I mean, another thing between the two is Xbox Live Gold, and PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, they need to make that free soon.
No, that's never going to happen.
I know, because they get so much money out of it.
Well, okay, so years ago, before PlayStation 4, the PlayStation was free to play online. You didn't have to have a subscription. They started PlayStation Plus, but, I mean, it was kind of only, like, partially. We were like, oh, why would I want to pay? Okay, give me a reason. And they did. I mean, they started giving reasons where you would get games, access to games and things, demos and stuff, early. or before people, or you would just get them and no one else would. So yeah, that's a cool incentive, whereas Xbox has always been, you need this live subscription if you want to do anything online.
At all.
At all. Even to watch Netflix, you needed it for a very long time until this past year.
Very recently they
changed that. So then once the PlayStation 4 came out, or like around that time, PlayStation really started bumping up what they gave you with gold. So first of all, to play online with PlayStation 4, you needed a gold subscription. So they wanted to make it worth your while. So every month, which they just announced 2 months ago, every month you get 2 PlayStation 4 games free, 2 PlayStation 3 games free, and 2 PlayStation Vita games free. That's 6 games free if you own all the consoles, which I do. So I get 6 games a month for $50 a year. $50 a year. Xbox Gold
is $60
a year. And you get, now they've just changed it. You do get 2 games per Xbox One and 2 games on Xbox 360. No, that's 2.
Because I keep logging into my games with gold, and it's only been 3 games available at a time for the past few months.
So, well, usually it switches halfway through the month.
Yeah. At the 15th it changes.
Oh, so there's only been 1 this month? I check it and I said like there's supposed to be 2, but
no, but in a 15-day, like a 14-day period, there's been like 1 or 2 for one, and then 1 for the other. So at total, it's been 3 free games per 2-week period.
Okay. Anyway, they need to fix that. I mean,
yeah, that's why I'm saying that. Like a few years ago, they increased the price from 50 to 60,
and they weren't giving you anything then either.
Right. And it turns out that apparently most of that money went to building the servers for the Xbox One Always Online thing.
Yes.
Which
that was a debacle too.
Which is just a debacle paying for a debacle.
Oh man, we didn't even talk about all the bad press that Microsoft was getting off the Xbox One like a year ago. And even recently they've been getting, I mean, I think it was this E3, there was some bad press that was spread around for Microsoft. Oh no, it wasn't E3, it was
Gamescom?
Yeah, it was Gamescom and the Tomb Raider debacle where they said, where Microsoft came out on stage and said, look, here's the next Tomb Raider game. By the way, it's exclusive to Xbox One. Which is like, what the everyone, like, it was basically them just saying, I mean, it wasn't them saying this, but to PlayStation gamers, it was like, oh, by the way, that franchise that we started on your console decades ago and that you've loved and supported all these years, and that you played the first version of the sequel that's coming out next year. Oh yeah, no, we don't care about you anymore. So everyone was like, what sort of deal did Microsoft make with Square Enix to be like, oh, we're going to make up for all the money you would have gained from the 10 million PlayStation 4s out there. We have to make up that money for you, and you have to keep it only on our console. But that's since then been cleared up that it's just a time exclusive. So Microsoft and Xbox will get it on Xbox One and Xbox 360 first. Well, Xbox One first, then Xbox 360, and then somewhere down the line,
eventually,
it'll come to PlayStation 4. That hurt me a lot because I played it on PlayStation. I have both consoles, but if it doesn't come to PlayStation, I probably won't play it because I like playing adventure games on the PlayStation controller. I'm just used to it. Mm-hmm. And plus it has my trophies, it has all the data.
Continuity.
Yeah, why would you switch? So it's just Microsoft sometimes. It just hurts me cuz you make good games. It's a solid console. It's just there's some decisions that just blows my mind that you have all these people there working for you and they don't witness this stuff. It's like, "Oh, maybe we shouldn't Maybe
we'd get more money the other way."
Yeah. Also, apparently, right after that was said at Gamescom, like Phil Spencer already had something pre-drafted to say in response to that because he's like, like I guess he must have been watching he was like watching the comments, like, oh shit, and it was like, yeah, we're gonna have to press release this now so that we can try and get ahead of that, but that's not a good thing. I totally forgot where we were going with this. Something about the exclusivity or whatever.
That's fine.
That's fine. The point is, we were talking about Gold and
PlayStation. Yeah.
Right. So Xbox Live Gold, when they started giving away games, they were giving away games that were like years and years old, like from the beginning of the Xbox 360's life cycle, whereas PlayStation was giving away games that were like less than a year old. So like a few months ago, they were giving away like Tomb Raider, and that game came out last year, and it was like what, like the year before it came out the year before. Like you were giving this game away for free, or BioShock Infinite, or Borderlands 2. They were giving away AAA games less than a year after they came out for free.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
They won over a lot of people with those.
Yeah, I mean, I'd already been a member, but that was like, yeah, okay. I also have a list like this long of games I've never played that I have downloaded on my console, that if there's ever a drought, which I really hope after 2015 the games industry just stops making games for you, just take a vacation so that I can play all those games, all the games that come out this year, all the games that come out next year, because I just want to catch up. I want some downtime, Kevin. I want some me.
It's work catching up to video games.
It is. It's I mean, this year has been a little easier because they've slowed down the sort of launch of high octane games, I should say. Like, I only bought 2 games on my Xbox this year: Titanfall and Destiny. And that was it. Like, I have I have a few Xbox Gold games that I got for free. That's the only reason I would download them. PlayStation, I've bought like 5 games, and I also have 35 of them on my PS4 or something like that, like free games. So that's just showing you, but that's also just based on the type of gamer I am. There's things that I prefer to play over other things. But, that's how
that's like my Steam library, just filled with games.
Steam is totally like... This is why I tried to keep it
that
to
deserves its own segment.
Just keep it to PlayStation, Xbox. I mean, we talk about Nintendo and their crazy up and down life cycle. I would love to talk about that one day.
They're hemorrhaging money, though.
Which sucks, because I love Nintendo so much. And there's also, Steam is their own entity. But, I came into this world a Nintendo gamer. I have since then become a PlayStation... I am Nintendo to the core forever, but I love PlayStation, and I had that before I had Xbox, and I really enjoy Xbox as well, but my heart belongs to Nintendo and PlayStation more than Xbox, just to be fair and honest. I want to be honest with you people. You can hate on me, whatever, but I'm telling it like it is.
I think that my first video game device was a Game Boy Advanced.
Damn, that was late.
It was very late, and then I got into PC gaming, still in the '90s with Star Trek Elite Force, which was before Halo, but right after Half-Life. So everyone was experimenting with scripted events, which was really fancy at the time, of things actually happening in your game world.
Yeah,
and so that was really what got me into it.
Yeah, I first console or first gaming thing I had was the original Game Boy, the brick. And I had every single Game Boy after that. Multiple of every single Game Boy.
The SP, the DS.
The only Nintendo consoles... I've only not owned one Nintendo console, and that's the NES. I've owned every other one. No, I didn't own the Virtual Boy. No one owned the Virtual Boy. Because it burned your retinas. God, I played that in a Walmart or something, and I was just
really?
Ah!
You were able to try it?
Yeah. It was terrible. It shoots red lasers at your eyes. Oh man.
It was a good idea to someone.
I applaud you, Nintendo, because you take risks in a most spectacular way. And God, I hope you never go away, because I love you. I love my Wii U, even though it's hemorrhaging money for the company. Whatever, that's a different story.
Yeah, different story.
So yeah, we just talked about PlayStation and Xbox for a while. If you have something that you want us to talk about, put it in the comments. Email us, outerspacetv@gmail.com, Twitter, Facebook, whatever. So please send us things that you'd like us to talk about. We're going to come up with things to talk about. There's a long list. Kevin has to come up with the next thing unless you come up with something first.
Yeah, eventually.
Because I came up with the PlayStation one, and... what was that? Star Wars. So Kevin's on deck. He's got to come up with something. So please send in things. We don't know what he's gonna do. He might. I don't know. Just please help us. So thank you for watching our videos. We love doing them, and we love that you watch them. If you want to watch more, there are links down here. There's other videos right here. And please hit the subscribe button because that helps us know that you want to keep watching. Thanks.